Hey everybody, welcome to another video from Stay in Your Lane. Hope you guys' week's been going good. Hope your month has been going really good. I hope you had a good Halloween. This is the video that I was going to post about will. Will or will not. We'll call this video. The good thing is I've had some things happen to just kind of enforce how strong my will is to be successful and to actually keep going and keep pushing for my goals and stuff like that. I had re-injured my back. In 2012, I injured my back at work and was paralyzed for a while. Started walking again, getting back on my feet, back into the gym, started putting on some more size and getting back to my normal life. Well, last week I re-injured it to the point where I could barely walk, and at one point I couldn't walk at all. So I kept pushing and pushing and just doing what I had to do, and that's why I hadn't really been on my Facebook page or really didn't take any time to do this video yet, because I was more focused on getting myself back to walking and back to work and pushing towards getting my goals. Now, if I didn't have the will to succeed or to get past this mess, I could have just, started sniveling and crying and throwing a temper tantrum and poor pitiful me and put my ass in a corner and just cut it up like a baby and just laid there and just dealt with the pain and went to the hospital and cried and begged for pain medicine or whatever fucking else. I didn't. Instead, I took the first day, put some heat rub on, took some Tylenol, and just stayed in my chair pretty much all day. Stayed in my recliner all day, just doing nothing, just sleeping. Then I got to the point where I could kind of hang on to things to walk around the house a little bit and be able to go to the bathroom and be able to get something to eat, and then right back to the chair. Now, the second day I sat down and figured out, okay, I have to do something. I have to figure a way to get back to work, because I had to take 2 days off because I really couldn't get up. I couldn't function at work. It was not going to happen. But I had to get back to work, and I needed to get back to work by Wednesday. The injury kind of started Thursday. By Friday at work, I was hunched over and taking baby steps to do my job. I got through my shift, and I could have gone home. I could have said, oh, fuck this, I'm in too much pain. But no. I want to be successful. I'm going to be successful, and that's the end of that story. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I'm going to be successful no matter what I have to go through or what I have to do, and that's part of your will. You're telling yourself you will do this, not I might, or maybe, or I'm not sure, or could I, or second guessing yourself. You just tell yourself, I will get through this shift, period. And that's what I did. Was it hard? Hell yeah, but that's what we do. When you want to be successful and you want to get anywhere in life, that's what you do. No matter how hard it is, you keep pushing forward, you focus forward, and you get the shit done. So that's what I did. And then, like I said, first day I stayed down and tried to get the swelling in my back to go down and stuff like that so I could get around. And then by the second day, I was figuring, okay, what do I need to do to get to work by Wednesday? So I called off of work Saturday, Sunday. Pretty much just stayed in the house. Didn't do a whole lot of anything, just, ice and heat rub and muscle rub and Tylenol and stuff like that. Now, I had some other medication left over from 2012, and I used some of that, some of the muscle relaxers and anti-inflammatories and stuff like that. Don't know if it was a good idea or not, but it worked because I'm up walking around. Now, by Monday, I was at the point that I realized if I didn't do something right now, that I wasn't going to make it to work by Wednesday. So I went to the ER, and I took my MRI reports and stuff from 2012 to the doctor just to kind of make things go quicker, which it did. I was in and out of there in less than an hour, which is awesome for an emergency room, right? So I went in there, told the doctor, here's what's going on with my back. This happened in 2012. I haven't had any up-to-date MRIs or anything like that because I've had little issues, but nothing to the point like this. So, of course, they wanted to put me on disability, and, oh, my God, I don't know how you're walking. I'm like, listen, man, I got shit to do. Now he even told me that most people would come in and crying and want to do anything just to get the pain away, and I'm sitting there like, listen, man, just, do something to get the inflammation down. I got to be to work by Wednesday, I'm not telling the story, once again, to feel bad for me or poor pitiful me, none of that shit. I'm telling you this to motivate you that, if somebody as simple as I am can get through it and go through this issue that's a lot of pain and a lot of struggle, to make sure that my ass was back to work on Wednesday and trying to get back on my feet and trying to find a way to pick up shifts so that I could compensate for Saturday, Sunday, which thank God I had some PTO that I didn't realize I still had. So I'm using that, but I'm still going to try and pick up some extra shifts just to get some extra money to compensate for my losses. But this is the motivating factor here. You can do whatever you set your mind to. Like I said 2-3 different times, I could have just bowed out. I could have just laid in bed for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and poor pitiful me. But you can't do that when you have a successful mindset, when you have the will to push forward, when you see your future in front of you, and you know that if you don't do this, and if you cower down, you're not going to reach that point. That could be 5 feet in front of you or 5 miles in front of you, but you're not sure until you get around that next corner. You're not going to get around that next corner by quitting and by giving up at the smallest inkling of some kind of issue or some kind of problem or some kind of downfall or something that makes you take 2 or 3 steps back. Those 2 or 3 steps back you need to take as a learning process of, okay, what happened to make me fall back 2 or 3 steps or 5 steps or whatever, however many steps it takes. You need to think, okay, what happened? What did I do that made me fall back this many times? Now you've learned something. You've got some kind of experience out of it. Now you push forward. Now the next time something close to that comes up, you won't fucking do it again. You've learned something from it. Like I posted on the Stay in Your Lane page, every experience, there's something to learn from it. There's some kind of something you're going to get out of it. Whether it's a journey, whether it's an experience, whether it's a lesson, there's something to get out of everything that you do in life. Everything that you do all day long, from eating, from going to the gym, from going grocery shopping, hanging out with friends and family, going to work. There's learning processes throughout that whole day. And if you keep your mind open and you keep your will focused on what your goal and where you want to progress to, you're going to actually see those little things pop up and go, oh wait, there's a learning process, there's a learning process, there's a learning process. So if you don't do that, you're never going to get anywhere. You're going to be sitting in the corner crying because you can't pay your bills, or sitting in the corner crying because your girlfriend left you, or because your kids don't want to talk to you, or whatever it is, because you didn't decide to step forward and make it your will and make it your drive to get to the point where you need to be to have those things and to be able to enjoy those things. So this is not a bitch fest. This is a motivation video to just push you guys and to let you guys realize no matter how bad shit gets, there's something positive going to come out of it. You know, at that moment it might be like, holy shit, but if you step back, take a breather, 2 or 3 minutes, and realize, okay, this really isn't a holy shit moment. It's a learning moment. It's a process, so that you get through that process, you learn that lesson, and you move on and keep going forward, keep pushing forward, keep moving ahead. So focus forward and stay in your lane, guys. Thanks so much again for coming to Stay in Your Lane, and you guys have a good week.